Hey guys, it's Zoe and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I transformed this closure wig and created these gorgeous bombshell curls with the layers. If you want to see how I got this look, make sure you keep on watching and I will see you in a sec. So starting things off with the unboxing, this wig is from Yolissa hair. This is the box it came in and here's me just opening it. This is all the stuff that I got in the box. I got some lashes, a wig band, a storage bag, wig cap, you know, the usual stuff that you get with wigs. These are the specs of the wig I got. I got it in 24 inches, 180% density and HD lace, and I do believe this is also body wave. As you can see, I got a closure unit. This is a 5x5 lace closure. And the hair came pre-curled, which I've noticed a lot of hair companies have started doing now, and I actually love it. The first thing I noticed about this wig, guys, look at the lace. This lace came pre-bleached. The knots came pre-bleached and I was absolutely shook. Like, I rarely ever get my units pre-bleached, and I was just like, I was in so much disbelief that I actually bleached the knots again and it didn't make any difference, but you'll see that in a second. So here's me just combing through the curls. As you can see, the hair is super black. The hairline looks gorgeous. This is without me doing anything to it. I just wanted to compare the color for you as well, just so you can see how dark this hair truly is. On the left is the Yolissa hair unit, and then the right is another 1B color wig that I have. And you can see that the Yolissa wig that we have now is a true jet black color. As I said before, I went ahead and bleached the knots for about 20 minutes, did absolutely nothing, but yeah, this is what they looked like after. I just went ahead and plucked the lace off camera. This is before plucking and now this is after plucking. I didn't have to do too much to it because it is a closure and you don't want to over pluck it and look crazy. Once I plucked the lace, I went ahead and just straightened the wig quickly. As you can see, I'm doing hair and just combing through it, and the hair is just so silky, guys. Like, you can see that body for yourself. Once I straightened all the hair, I took some oil reflections from, I believe, Wella, and grabbed a tiny drop of it and just ran it through the ends of the hair just to add some luster, and then sealed in that hair oil with my hair straightener once again. I went ahead and grabbed my wax stick and my hot comb and just pressed the front of the hairline off camera again. I do have videos on how I do this if you're interested, but this is the before. And then here is the after of me hot combing and flattening the part. Now that I've done all of that, I was ready to install. I'm absolutely obsessed with this lace, guys. But anyway, I'm going to hand you over to in-person Zoe. Okay guys, so I think I'm going to do the rest of the video as a talk through, because I don't usually do talk throughs for my wig tutorials, so let's jump right into it. So yeah, you saw me do all the prep for this wig. I bleached the knots, which honestly I really didn't even need to do. Like, the wig, as I've probably already explained, it looked like it came pre-bleached, so when I bleached the knots again, it didn't really actually change much, maybe like 2%. So honestly, like, if you get this wig and you don't usually like know how to bleach your knots or like do all that stuff yourself, you'll actually be okay. Like, even the plucking, I don't know, but this is what the wig looked like. I'm so excited to install this, guys. Like, I just feel like closures are so much easier to like deal with and like style, because you don't have to worry about the sides of the hair, you don't have to worry about like gluing the whole perimeter of your forehead down. So I'm excited to see how this turns out. I'm just really impressed by the lace as well. Like, look, even on camera, like, it's looking like I don't have any lace on my hand. Can you see that? And this is untinted as well, so let me zoom that in for you. But yeah, anyway, as always, I'm going to start off the process by tinting the lace. I always do this regardless, and for that I'm just taking my old foundation. This is the Born This Way foundation in the shade Spiced Rum, and I'm taking a dense kabuki brush as well, just so I can really pack that color into the lace. So you can also buy those like palettes, like, you know, the contour palettes like on Amazon for like £10 if you don't want to like waste your foundation or you don't have an old foundation, and it gets the job done. And it's probably even better because you can really like customize the color of the lace. But this is just so satisfying because I literally only have to do like the tiniest bit of lace. I tint my lace, I also only focus on like the first 2 inches of hair. I don't go all the way back because it's pointless. And then if I have to do the part later on, I use some excess foundation, but for now I just always focus on just this front part because that is the most important part of your install. So tint. I also didn't show it on camera, but I did sew in an elastic band. As you can see, I've done here. All I did was I measured where the closure would start, like the lace of the closure. I took a tight elastic band and wrapped that around my head as tightly as possible, because you do want this to fit snug, and then that way you can wear the wig glueless as well. So I did that and then just sewed it either side, and that's pretty much all I did for prep. So now let's get into the install. As you can see, there's so much parting space down the middle, like it's even maybe too much, so it's definitely giving versatile. Let's see how big I want my forehead to be today. That's what I love about wigs, you know, I can catfish my forehead all day long. Some days I'll have a big one, some days I'll have a small one, just depends on my mood. Now that I've popped it on, I'm just gonna go ahead and just hot comb the hairline a little bit, just to make sure that everything is laying as flat as possible. Look at the difference a hot comb makes. Obviously ignore this crease, guys, that will go, but like before, after, like wow. Get a hot comb, guys. I always let my hot combs heat up for like 30 minutes before I start my install as well, so that it's super hot and it really presses down the hair as flat as possible. So oh yeah, and also I feel like I get a lot of questions as to whether I wear wig caps underneath my wigs, and I never do. I literally only put them on for the video because like you guys don't need to be seeing my crusty dusty cornrows. But yeah, no, I always take off my wig cap. I just think wig caps and the bald cap method are literally the most pointless things ever, because it's just damaging your hairline for no reason. Things I do to prevent damage on my actual hairline, because my hairline is thick and I've been wearing wigs for like 4 years now, is literally just glue in front of your natural hairline. If you do that, what damage your hair follicles is going to be done. Now let's move on to cutting this lace off. So I'm just going to take my little clips and just clip all my hair out of the way like that, so I can really see the edge of the closure. Now that I've done that, I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm just going to cut this little piece of lace in half, and now we should have 2 little compartment sections that we can focus on. For my glue, I'm going to, as always, be using my Better Than Melt lace glue. This is literally the only glue I use. I used to use Ghost Bond and that gave me the worst reaction on my skin ever. So I'm now a Better Than Melt wig glue girly, and I get it from Hair by Kelly's website. If you just type in hair by KELE.com, I think, or .co.uk, it should come up. But yeah, I really like this glue. Then I'm taking my eyebrow razor, or just the back of any old flat object that you have, and I'm going to start gluing and placing the glue down. Today I think I'm going to go for 2 layers. Yeah, let's go for 2.5 layers of glue, and I'm going to wait for each layer to dry completely clear before moving on to the next. The first layer is on. I'm just going to fan myself a little bit, let this dry for like 2-3 minutes or until it's completely clear, and then I'll be back for the next layer. Now that everything is glued down, do you guys see how quick and easy that was? I am going to start placing the lace back over the glue that I've just put down, and I'm going to have my rat tail comb in handy so that once I've pressed it down I can immediately apply pressure to the lace to make sure that everything is properly adhered to each other and it lasts as long as possible. Once I do that, I also like to take my hot comb again. I always do this right after I've glued down the wig, just to help melt everything better. I feel like the heat, I don't know if the heat does anything, but I feel like it does, so that's what I do. I want to make sure that all these hairs are in check. Just gonna take these clips out. Now that I've done that, I'm gonna start cutting the lace. As always, taking my little Amazon Hair Shot eyebrow razor. This is the best tool. I've seen people use those zigzag scissors as well to cut the lace, and although it is better than using normal scissors, I feel like the zigzag scissors like have a very distinct pattern and it's very uniform, which I feel like almost makes the lace very visible, because the human eye like notices patterns very easily, whereas with an eyebrow razor it creates a very like random like jagged edge, kind of frayed as well. I feel like it looks 100 times better and it ends up blending into your skin a lot nicer. I'm just gonna clip this little excess piece here with some scissors, because that's where the lace is the thickest. Okay, now that that's done, honestly, like You can leave the wig like this. This is what the wig would look like with no baby hairs, no curl, just straight. Just a very straight and sleek look. You just want to make sure that you do brush this hair forward so that you don't see, you know, where the lace ends. So I'm just going to comb this so you guys can see properly. Let me bring you guys closer so you can really see that hairline. Like, look at that. I'm gonna go the extra mile and I really want to cut in some layers and really give this wig body, and like I said, make it look a bit more frontal-esque. Okay, so now that everything is glued down and ready to go, I'm gonna start cutting this hair. So I want to go for, I think, 3 levels of layers. So I'm going to start by sectioning off a third of my hair like so, and obviously I don't want to lose any of this length. So all I'm going to do for this bottom layer, I'm going to stand up so you guys can see. I'm going to take my scissors and just cut going upwards like this, just to clean up the ends a little bit. Hair, make sure it's all even, and just cut that off. Now that we've got that done, I'm grabbing this front portion over here, taking my scissors again and starting around where the middle of my boob is, cutting a diagonal line. You want to make sure you keep your scissors moving. Now that we've got the bottom set of layers done, take down the hair, and I'm going from where the closure ends, parting my way back. This layer is going to be slightly shorter than the one before. So I'm grabbing about this much, and instead of starting on the middle of my boob, I'm going to go from about here, like my collarbone basically, and I'm going to start there and graduate my scissors going down, keeping the scissors moving and the hair moving along with me. And yeah, that's basically the technique on how I layer my wigs. Now I'm just going to let down the final section of my hair and repeat the same thing again, just a little bit shorter. I like to go for around my cheek, like, sorry, correction, around where my chin is, maybe a little bit longer actually, and it should look something like this. As you can see, you can really see that gradient going downwards now. Now that that is done, I'm going to move on to the bombshell curls. For the curls, I'm going to be using my favorite hair curler from Lulabelle's. It comes with like loads of different attachments, and I think this is like a 1.5 inch curler. So I'm just splitting my hair in half rather than thirds, and then I'm just going to curl each section, and then once each section is curled, I'm going to set it with a little crocodile clip. As you can see, I have here, I have loads that I've just collected like throughout the months, years, whatever, but you can buy like a pack of these on Amazon for like £10–15, but they really do make a difference on how the curls hold. It really gives the curls a chance to cool down properly and ensures that the curls stay in for as long as possible. So yeah, I'm gonna curl each section, spray it with hairspray, and then move on to the next. I'm now gonna let the rest of my hair down. I like to section off the front sections where it's the shortest. So I'm just gonna bring the curling iron up here and press that into the lace. As you can see, it's created like this bump, and now I'm going to take the hair and wrap it around inwards. And just hold that down for a few seconds and let that go. Just going to roll it up a little bit and grab a clip again and clip that in place. Okay, and I'll be back once I've got the rest of my head curled, so 2 secs. Okay, and this is how everything looks once I've curled the hair. I've let it set and cool down for about 10–15 minutes, and I'm ready to take out these curls and reveal our beautiful creation. So I think let's start over here. I'm just gonna start pulling these out. Like, look at that curl, guys. Like, wow, this hair is just so luscious. Like, look at that shine, bro. Okay, and now let's take out these 2 little clips at the front as well. As you can see, because we curled this towards our face, it kind of hides the closure part and it creates more volume at the top as well. So that's why I did it that way. Like, are you seeing this? Okay, so now that we have this is my favorite part. We're gonna shake all of this up and brush it through with our fingers to reveal the bombshell curls. You kind of just want to play around until you're happy with how the hair is sitting. Now these little pieces at the front, because they're a bit longer, they're not really blending in with the rest of the hair, so I'm just taking this end, the part that we curled inwards, and I'm just gonna bring that tip out a little bit. so that it matches the rest of the hair texture. Hi guys, it's voiceover Zoe taking over again. I went ahead and just quickly cut some baby hairs into this wig. I separated it from the middle of my brow to where the lace ends because I felt like this looked the most natural for me, because I do normally do my baby hairs this way anyway when I wear my frontals, so it added to the realism for me, but you can skip that step. After I did that, I went ahead and grabbed my powder and just defined the parting a little bit and then blended it out with a big foundation brush. And then that was the look pretty much done, guys. This is the final result. I just can't get over like the pre-bleach knots and the color of this wig, like the jet black. This is definitely gonna be like my daily everyday wear wig, and I'm just 10 out of 10 from me, guys. I love it. But yeah, make sure you give me a like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.